Hello everyone. So today we will be tackling about circles. So di ba nga na-discuss na sa previous inyo nga modules the introduction regarding the circles, but in here we will going to tap some of those terms. Okay, so first, a circle is the locus of a point that moves at a constant distance from a fixed point. So here is the example. So this is a circle, and the red line is the what we call the constant distance between from the center to the end of the circle. So just look at it. Okay. So remember nga, ang fixed point is what we call the center, or in other term we can call it H and K. Okay, I will discuss that later. The constant distance is what we called uh, we can write it as P of x and y. Okay, the constant distance is the radius. Okay, so here we have its standard formula: x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And here is the general equation. So x squared plus y squared is equal plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. So always remember that everything that revolves around from the center to the uh, p, or the x and y coordinates, its distance is fixed. When we talk about fixed, so it is equal from all sides. Okay, so here equation of the circle. The equation of the circle of radius r with center at hk is, so ngayon ganina, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. Okay, so ang first is, kini siya nga scenario is applicable lang ni siya if and only if the center of the circle is not at the origin. Okay, sir, what is the origin? So when we talk about origin, diba sa Cartesian coordinate plane, the origin is at point 0, 0. Okay, if the center is at point 0, 0, then we can use this formula. The formula is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So that is the formula kung ang atong circle naa sa origin. Di na ta kinahanglan pa maghanap kang h and k. Okay? So, how are we supposed to find the distance between two fixed points from point A to point B? Okay? So, we will going to use the distance formula. Given 2 points, P is equal to x sub 1, y sub 1, and Q is equal to x sub 2, y sub 2. In the xy plane, the distance r, or the radius between P and Q is, okay, we will going to use the distance formula, which is d is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Okay, so we will going to use this formula to get the distance between 2 points. So here is an example. Find the distance between 2 points. The first is 2 and negative 1, and the second is negative 2 and positive 2. So the formula, d is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Then substitute it. D is equal to the square root of negative 2 minus 2 squared plus 2 minus negative 1 squared. So, negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Because kung uh, atong i-operate ang duha ka like sign, so ato siya lang i-add. Now, diri ang case. 2 minus negative 1. So, saan man nato na. So, ang ato himuon is we're going to multiply the negative 2 and the negative 1. I know. We're going to multiply the negative sign and the negative 1. So, negative times negative 1 is positive 1. So, ang mahitabo na is 2 plus 1 na siya. So, the result is 3. The square of 4 is 16. The square of 3 is 9. Then 16 plus 9 is 25. Then the square root of 25 is 5. So, our radius is 5. The radius nato is 5. The geometric definition of the all four types of conic sections are distance relation between points. We start with the circle. Okay. A circle is the set of all points that have equal distance r, which is called the radius, to a fixed point C or the center. The radius and the center completely determine the circle. Okay, next. Let H and K be the center of the circle. Okay, kanos ganit na magamit, kanos ganit nato gamiton si H and K as the center of the circle. Magamit nato siya as center of the circle if and only if ang center is wala sa origin. It means wala siya sa 0, 0. Okay? And R be the radius. Suppose X and Y is the point on the circle, then the distance between X, Y, and the center is what we call the radius. So, here it is. So, the distance between HK and XY is the radius. Okay, so here is our standard formula. R squared is equal to X minus H squared plus Y minus K squared. Okay, this is called the standard form of a circle. Given an equation of this form, we can easily identify the center and the radius. Okay, so here is a detailed definition regarding the standard formula of the circle. R is the radius, okay, this one. Then the sign inside the parentheses must be a negative sign or a minus sign. So, R squared is equal to X minus H squared plus Y minus K squared, where H and K is the center. Okay? Again, this case is only applicable if the center is not at the origin. Always remember nga mintin gyud na mag-uban si X and H, Y and K. Next. Suppose we have this example. Write the equation of the circle as shown. The center is negative 1 and 3 and the radius is 5. Okay. So, given na ito nga mao ni ang center, this one. So, how are we going to draw a circle based on this given data? So, ang ato himuon, from the center, we're going to count 5 points up, down, left, and right. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next step is we will going to connect those 4 points to make a circle in which equal ang ilang distance from the center. Okay. So, based sa given, di ba remember nga si edge is mag-uban siya minti ni x and si y as k is mag-uban siya minti ni y. So, from this equation or from this given, the center is -1, 3 and the radius is 5, we derive the standard formula. 5 squared is equal to x minus -1 squared plus y minus 3 squared. Okay, next example. Identify the center and the radius of 16 is equal to x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared. Label the top, bottom, left, and right point of the circle. Okay, so here's the process. 4 squared, okay, is equal to x minus 3 squared plus, remember pag magamit ta og standard form, unsa ganito ang must, dapat ang iyang symbol is negative gyud. Negative or minus sign gyud iyang symbol. So, y minus -2 squared. Okay? So, given this equation, we can now have our radius which is 4, center which is at 3, -2. Okay. So, atong i-trace ang center niya in the Cartesian coordinate plane. So, here is the center. Next, we will going to locate the top, bottom, left, and the rightmost point of the circle. And how are we going to do that? We will going to use the radius. So mag-count ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that is the points in top, bottom, left, and right. After we locate the points, we can now draw a circle that is equidistant from the center. When the equations are not in the standard form, we have to rearrange them into the standard form. We do this by completing the square. To complete the square means to add a number to an expression so the sum is a perfect square. This procedure is the main technique in dealing with second degree equations. So completing the square. If we are given x squared plus bx, then adding b over 2 squared to the equation makes the equation a perfect square, such that x squared plus bx plus b over 2 squared is the perfect square of x plus b over 2 squared. Okay, so here's another example. So x squared minus 6x plus. Okay, so the technique here, kung unsa in the later modules nato is, sir, how are we going to find the third term? Okay, how are we going to find the third term? Okay, ang inyong himuon is simply b over 2 or the second equation divided by 2. So, this one, a squared minus 6x plus the second equation, negative 6 divided by 2 squared. Okay, so this is our equation. X squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to, the perfect square is x minus 3 squared. Next. Okay, same process lang gihapon. In order to find the third equation, we need to use the formula b over 2 squared. Okay, so y squared plus 12y plus 12 over 2 squared. Y squared plus 12y plus 6 is equal, plus 36 is equal to y plus 6 squared. The following are the steps in putting a second degree equation into standard form. Group the x squared and the x term together. Group the y squared and the y term together and move the number term to the other side of the equation. Complete the square for the x term and for the y term. Make sure add the necessary number to both sides. So here we will going to convert the standard form, the general equation to standard form. Use completing the square to find the center and the radius of x squared minus y minus 6x plus y squared plus 12y is equal to negative 36. Find the top, bottom, left, and right. Okay. Remember, kung nakahinomdom mo aning duha, this one, x squared minus 6x and y squared plus 12x, di ba mo ni atong sa example na to sa previous mga slides. So, how are we going to complete the square? Okay. We use completing the square to put the equation into the standard form. Okay, so this one, x, remember, kung natingala mo, sir, nga nung na may blank diha, anong na may blank? Because, ang atong himuon is, when mag-add ta diri okay, the third equation, kung atong mag-add ta diri og number, same atong himuon diri sa other side, mag-add sa daog number. Okay, suppose, x squared minus 6x plus, okay, completing the square, x squared minus 6x plus 9, ano man, b over 2 squared. So, 6 divided by 2, 3, squared is 9. Then, since nag-add ta diri ang side og 9, so, mag-add sa other side og 9. Next, y squared plus 12y. So, next, plus 36. So, nag-add man ta diri og 36, mag-add sila sa pikas og 36. So, this is now the new equation. X squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared plus 12y plus 36 is equal to negative 36 plus 9 plus 36. Okay, next is, okay, this one. So, atong operate negative 36 plus 36 is 0. So, ang mabilin is 9. Okay. So, x squared minus 6x plus 9. So we can have its perfect square as x minus 3. Then y squared plus 12y plus 36 as its perfect square is y plus 6 is equal to 9. Okay, so we arrive at our standard form of the circle. Okay, this one. Hence, the center is 3, negative 6, and the radius is 3. So, we will going to grab it. Okay, same lang gihapon. Since 3 ang atong radius, we will going to count 3 up, side, up, down, left, and right. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's another example. Complete the square to find the center in the radius. With the given x, 3x squared minus 6x plus 3y plus 4y minus 4 is equal to 0. So, same step ganina. Okay, same step ganina pero ang diri is lahi lang ang iyang approach. Step by step pag-explain. Okay. So, 3x squared plus, minus, wait. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. 3x squared minus 6x plus 3y squared plus 4y minus 4. Okay, kung nakabantay mo, diri na side is naiyahang mga gipang butang nga mga note. Okay, add for both sides. Sir, why? Nganong naaman siya diri sa pikas nga previous nga example? Wala. So, gi-detail lang niya pag-explain on how we arrive in this formula. Okay? Since in mathematics, there is no such things as transpose. Okay? So, in order for us nga kini si negative form mabalhin diri we will going to add for both sides. So, mag-add ta diri og 4. So, 4 plus negative 4, 0 na. 0 plus 4, manang 4 siya. Okay, next. Okay. Di ba ganina sa previous na to nga example is ang atong x and y is x squared and y squared nato is 1 lang. So, dali lang siya. But diri ang case is ang atong x and y is x squared and y squared nato kay naa naman siya equivalent which is 3. So, in case nga ingana ang mahitabo unsaon nato. So, ingani ang atong buhaton. First, we will going to ato siyang i-factor. So, its factor is 3 times x squared minus 2x plus 3 times y squared plus 4 over 3y is equal to 4. Sir, nganong nahimo man siya nga fraction because 4 is not divisible by 3 man. Nahimo siya nga fraction form. Okay. Factor the leading coefficient which is this one and this one. Next step, complete the square in x and y. Okay, remember on saon gani nato paghanap sa third term, this one and this one. b over 2 squared. So, 3 times x squared minus 2x, b over 2. 2 over 2 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Plus 3 times y squared plus 4 over 3y. So, 4 over 3y divided by 2. So, ang mahitabo, since 4 over 3 man, okay, let's use this one. So, we will going to solve in this case. Dere. Okay. 4 over 3 divided by 2. Okay. So, remember nga, in division of fraction, kung mag-divide ta og fraction ang mahitabo is maun sa gani. Okay, correct. Mahimo siya nga multiplication tapos ang divisor is gamito na to iyang reciprocal. So, ang mahimo siya nga 4 over 3 times, okay, we're going to use this one, times, okay, the reciprocal of 2 is, unsa gani ang reciprocal sa 2? Anyone? What is the reciprocal of 2? Okay, 1/2. Okay, kung ato na silang i-multiply, mahimo na nga 4, 6. Okay, then, lowest term nila is 2/3. Nga, napa may squared. Okay, napa may squared, mao na nga, ang result is 4 over 9. Is equal to, again, since nag-add man ta diri mag-add sa pikas. Pero sir, nga nung naaman si 3. Okay, remember, 1 times 3. Okay, i-include na to si 3. Because, ang original niya nga equation is included si 3. So, ang mahitabo, 4 plus 3 times 1. Okay? Kaya mao man ay atong gi-add. Plus 3 times 4 over 9. Next, 3 times x minus 1 squared plus 3 times y plus 2 over 3 squared is equal to 25 over 3. The result of this one. Okay, next. Sir, what are we going to do next? Okay, next is we will going to divide, atong i-divide both sides by 3. We will going to divide both sides by 3 para mawala ni and kini. So, makancel out ni siya. Makancel out when we divide by 3. Then, again, this one, when we divide this by 3, same process diri sa taas. Okay? So, ang mahitabo is 25 over 3 times, pila gani? Kung ang reciprocal sa 3 times 1/3. So, 25 over 3 times 1/3 is 25 over 9. Okay, remember, we identify x minus 1 as x minus h. Okay? So, h is equal to 1. And y plus 2 over 3 as y minus k. So, k is equal to negative 2/3. Hence, the center is hk is equal to 1 and negative 2 over 3. Furthermore, we see that our radius r squared is equal to 25 over 9. So, the radius is 5 over 3. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening.